Have you ever felt totally lost trying to find your perfect business niche? Like you're scrolling and scrolling, and every piece of advice just contradicts the last one? It's a super common struggle, and honestly, it leads a lot of people down a very expensive and very frustrating path.
I know because I've been there. I once put everything I had on the line for a single promise. A course that cost me nearly $1,000. A course that was supposed to change my entire life.
And it didn't work, not even a little bit. It was a total bust. But the reason why it failed is actually the most important part of this whole story. Because, it points to this massive flaw in how we're all taught to build businesses online.
Okay, so let's get into it. I was just so sick of all the scattered YouTube videos and the endless conflicting advice. I just wanted a complete packaged system that would tell me exactly what to do. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to make one last serious bet on myself.
So the course itself, it was actually pretty good. It was taught by a guy named Billy Wilson, and the whole point was to build a Facebook ads agency. The information was solid, but the problem wasn't the info. It was the crushing weight of the pressure. I just dropped almost $1,000 on this thing. It was my final shot. And the second I hit the first real roadblock, the whole thing just crumbled.
But you know what? That failure forced me to really figure out what was going on. It wasn't just about this one course or this one business model. There are these deeper, fundamental reasons why these prepackaged find your niche ideas just fall flat for so many people. Okay, so reason number one, I had absolutely zero passion for running a Facebook ads agency. I just didn't care. Two, the method they taught, cold emailing local businesses, it was just so stressful, and honestly, it just wasn't working for me. And number three, because of those first 2 points, I never ever felt confident in what I was doing. And that's what leads to the classic shiny object syndrome, right? You're always looking for the next big thing, the next magic bullet. So this whole mess got me asking a really important question. What if we're looking at this all wrong? What if the problem isn't about finding the right box to fit into, but what if the whole idea of the box is the problem? And this, right here, brings us to the core idea of this entire explainer: how to stop chasing after some profitable niche out there and instead become one yourself. Let this one sink in, okay? The most unique, the most authentic, and yeah, the most profitable niche you will ever find is you. There are literally millions of people out there with the same weird interests, the same problems, the same desires as you. You only need to find a tiny fraction of them. And this timeline just illustrates it perfectly. Your audience, they're starting out where you used to be. That's your past self, wanting to change. Your journey, all the stuff you learned, the skills you picked up, that becomes your content. You just have to be 1 or 2 steps ahead of them, guiding them towards that ideal future, that good life that you are actively building for yourself right now. This is huge. It means all your random interests, whether it's philosophy or fitness or business or, ancient pottery, they aren't distractions. No way. They are the ingredients. They're the unique mix of things that becomes your brand, your market. Okay, so that's the what. Let's get to the how. Here's an actual, actionable, 4-step framework you can use to turn this whole idea into a real personal brand. So the whole process breaks down into 4 key stages. First, you've got to map out your ideal future. That gives you a North Star. Second, you use something called intelligent imitation to find your voice. Third, you structure your own journey using a book-to-brand model. And finally, you just consistently write and repurpose your own story. So step 2, intelligent imitation. You've probably heard that saying, right? When you take from one writer, it's plagiarism, but when you take from many, it's research. Well, that's exactly it. You create this tribe of mentors for yourself by just diving deep into the work of creators you love. And over time, you're not copying them. Your brain just naturally mashes all their styles together to create your own totally unique voice. Now, this is how you turn your actual life into endless content. It's so cool. Think of your ideal future as the book's big idea, right? That's your brand's mission. Then, the big moments in your life, the pivotal turning points, those become the chapters, which you can turn into long articles or newsletters. The key points from those chapters, those get broken down into social media threads. And the most powerful sentences, those become tweets, reels, and all your short-form video. It's a whole system built from you. All right, so finally, we have to talk about mindsets, because this journey can be tough, and you are going to face challenges. The key to getting through them isn't more tactics or another course. It's all about shifting your perspective.
You've got to remember this. Whenever you feel stuck or confused, or you're just not sure how to talk about your niche of one, the answer is almost always to zoom out. Go read a book, go for a long walk, and just let your subconscious do the work. Perspective is what turns that struggle into clarity.
So, it all comes down to this one final, crucial shift in thinking. Stop thinking of your brand as this tiny, restrictive box you have to cram yourself into. Instead, see it for what it is, an evolving philosophy for your own life that you are generously sharing with the world. It's not static. It's supposed to grow as you grow.
So let me just leave you with this one last thought. We spend so much of our time looking outside of ourselves for the answers, right? For the perfect market, for that magical, profitable niche. But what if the most powerful, most unique, and most valuable asset you have has been right there with you the entire time? What if it's your story?